Boruboyo, Apoye Boshishe, Ogbuato, Asure Ìwò fún àṣebá alára ìbàjẹ́ ìbà ọ̀rọ̀gún léèlá ìbà àwọn tí wọ́n jáwé ká tó jáwé ìbà àwọn elégbò tí wọ́n ń we gbọ̀bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìbà àwọn ìṣíwájú ìbà àwọn tí wọ́n ó padà pàṣẹ lọ́wọ́ wa kíbà tiwa ó ṣe o àṣebá bàbá àṣebá yeye àṣebá àwọn ìyá òpàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́ arúgbáṣọ mábàlẹ̀ àtàpájorí àti fúnjẹ̀dọ̀ ọ̀sàlànsóló òṣòlòǹsálà ẹyẹ ni wọ́n ẹyẹ abára bàgẹ̀bàgẹ̀ abiyamọ àfọ̀já àrànpọnmọ tí ò gbọdọ̀ jábọ́ ẹ̀fọ̀já pọ̀ wá lónìí o. Kudos and greetings to all the ancestors. Greetings to everyone joining us today. We give honor to whom honor is due, our ancestors, those who have come and gone, and those who are preparing to join the class of transitioning. Even at this moment, we ask that the knowledge of the universe be made available for us today. And may we all go back with something tangible for our life, so that we may be exposed to the nitty-gritty of living as gods on earth. Because you are Orisha, I am Orisha. And there is no God in the sky. There is no Satan in the earth. You and I are the hell and heaven which we are going to create or experience. And everything happened in this life, not after when you die. What happened after death is reincarnation. And that's a long way to go. While you are still here, you need to make your part known and your impact so that those who are coming after you can find you attractive and amusing enough to venerate you. Ajúṣe fún yín o, ayẹ̀yìn kalẹ̀ o, gbégbé ìgbésókò ìwájẹ ò lè gbé sájò o, ẹ ò ní tàjò gbé sájò o, ẹ ò ní ṣorí gbé o. Wọ́n ní làálàá kòókòó jàǹjàǹ báyìí inú ń ṣe sálúbàtà ìlàkàkà ìlẹ̀kòkò yín látòní lọ kó dópin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá mówó nínú owó lẹ́ẹ̀tì máa mu, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń wá ọlá nínú ọlà lẹ́ẹ̀tì máa mu, ẹ ò ní ná kan tó kẹ́ ẹ torí mi o. May your hand not reach the end of your pocket before new ones are provided for you. May you be financially independent indeed, and may you experience the real and true freedom as the ancestors did experience them. Greetings to all of you again, and welcome. Go ahead and share with your friends and family. We are live again today. My greetings to everyone joining us. If you are new on this platform, please go ahead and Please go ahead and click the like button, or you press the subscribe button. Here, knowledge is what we share with each other. This is not a comedy zone, and this is not a time for us joke, because Africans and Black people as a whole have a long way to go in catching up with the scheme of the world. And one of the very many ways we can get that done is to come home to ourselves and have an accurate knowledge of who we are, what we are, and where we are currently right now. And we started a series on the understanding, the science of Ori. We have done a lot, and we've done like 5 weeks already. We've covered 5 weeks already on the subject of Ori alone. Today, we will put one more addendum to what we've got on the subject of Ori. And I do hope that this subject will do well to not just entertain you, but to furbish you or furnish you with the right kind of knowledge on how to live your life. We have been hammering on it that it is your Ori. It is your Ori that pretty much determine every other aspect of your life. And until you come to terms with the efficacy of that particular simple ideology, you may as well find it so difficult in life, or live a life where you are being taken for granted eternally. So we have said that it is forbidden for us as people to engage in any form of idolatry. Recently, we have taught each other about a certain Oduifa called Irosun Irete. Irosun Irete. Irosun Irete can also be called Irosun Okwame, depending on the part of the West Africa where you learn your Oduifa. Irosun Irete. Irosun Irete, today, I will give you a detailed explanation about it. Eros Irete speaks about two main characters. The name of one is Yoresha. You must have heard it. And the name of the second is Shiregun. Shoresha, maybe in English language, could mean one who do good endlessly. One who do good endlessly. Shiregun means those who do good and go back to speak about it to people or use their investment in you as an alibi to mock you. The irony of life is that Shoresha is the servant to Shiregun. Shoresha was actually also appointed as the one who would be helping Shiregun to appease his Ori every five days. Irosun Okmomi or Irosun Irete is telling you and I today that there is no amount of money too much to buy necessary items needed to venerate our Ori or to appease it. Irosun Irete is saying to you and I today that as much as you need energy to survive, you must constantly do all that it takes to charge up that energy. Ori bibo ila fi sagbara wa. It is through the veneration of your Ori that you energize yourself. And a lot of us get it wrong. We allow ourselves to suffer what I would call spiritual drought or spiritual clogging before we now begin to run around. Naturally, appeasing your Ori is a proven method of ensuring that you don't stumble on issues of life. Even if you do, there will always be a way out. Eros Merete is talking about Shiregun, even though he's a bad person and an evil king, he still made it a point of duty to constantly appease his Ori every five days. Every five days. For Africans, black people, most of this methodology or scientific hypothesis that has to do with nature's secret are things they take for granted. If you tell an African child to sow a seed unto Jesus or to give offering to Yahweh or maybe to build a house or a mosque for Allah, he feels that that is going to make his request be easily answered or fast track than to tell him to appease his own Ori, which is within himself. No object, no image, just the abstract version of you. There is no looking up to the sky, praying for a God that lives there in the sky, in the cloud, or looking down on the earth and looking for a Satan that is hiding beneath. All African spirituality taught us is to look inward ourselves. Look inward yourself, make perfect reflection, and listen to the voice of the universe, which is also called Imesi Abi, or we call it inspiration. You will be inspired on where to step, where to go, what to say, how to dress, what to do. That is when you know that you have started keeping in touch with your divine being. Eroserete, for this evil king called Shiregun, he knew that to constantly do a thing and scale through, to wreak havoc and scale through, he still need to keep in touch with himself. So he put Shiregun in charge of that duty. And Shiregun is the bad king, Yoresha is the servant. Yoresha, whenever he is going to appease the Ori of his master, who is the king, he will be making decree with all honesty. He will be making supplication and so many iwure with all honesty, that line will fall into pleasant places for my master. That whatever my master lays hands on shall prosper. Yóò mọ̀ pé ire tójú owó rí ní kójú Ṣèrègùn orí lónìí o. Èrè tóbì ń jẹbọ̀ lábọ̀ ọjà, ẹni kí Ṣèrègùn ó jẹbọ̀ lábọ̀ ọjà lónìí o. Yóò mọ̀ pé ojú owó ìpọ́n dàda kójú owó mọ́ pọ́n Ṣèrègùn o. When he finished making the decree, even though he knows that he's being cheated, he's aware that he's being maltreated, he knows he's being shortchanged, he will always hold his own head and say, Orí wo bí ire gbé mi dé, ẹsẹ̀ wo bí ire sì mí rà yà. Ilẹ̀ tí mò ń rè yìí, ilẹ̀ ire ni kó jẹ́ fún mi. Ẹni ire ni kí n bá pàdé ńbẹ̀. Kórí inú mi ó mọ̀ bà tòde mi jẹ́. Kórí ó mọ̀ tà látakò mi. Èmi lágbájá, ọmọ lágbájá. What does that mean? He hold on to his head and say, my head, my Ori, look for a befitting place and take me there. Walk hand in hand with my feet and let me take my body to the place where I will be adorned with honor. The future that I'm heading towards, may it be a good future for me. May I meet helpers of destiny there. May my inner Ori not bring about a negative experience for my outward Ori. May the energy inside of me not lay up path of ruins and destruction ahead of me. Kórí inú má ṣalákàtúwò wa. Gbogbo ẹni tí ń gbọ́ mi lónìí, orí inú ò ní ṣalátakò yín o. Wọ́n ní ọmọ inú ọká ní í ṣe ló pe ikú pọká, ọmọ inú erè ní í ṣe kú pèrè. Orí inú yín ò ní bà tòde yín jẹ́ ẹ ṣàṣẹ, ṣé àṣẹ. And all this kept going on. Let us draw a lesson briefly from that. That irrespective of where Yoresha is, it does not matter if he's enjoying life or not. Yoresha determined on one thing, an addendum, to wish everyone well. You are not a bad person because something bad happened to you. You are a bad person because you are simply a bad person. Irrespective of the situation of life and the experience you go through. If it is your true nature to be good, you will remain good. This Ifa Irosun Rete or Irosun Okwame is telling you today that it does not matter the situation you find yourself or the position you are right now. Find it worthy in your heart that you will be, if there is only one, that good person. That it does not matter their own disposition towards you. You will constantly be the better person. This Ifa do not say, don't seek justice. This Ifa says, do not fall victim of the energy of revenge. Seek justice, not revenge. Shiregun said, why is it that every time this guy is appeasing my Ori, he's always also praying to his own Ori and making decrees? How can you make decree that the future you are going to should be filled with pleasant surprises and your body should be adorned with the due honor? How dare you, my servant, make such decree? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ aráyé, arírèbánijẹ ni wọ́n, agbọ̀nsalẹ̀, afẹ́ ajẹmáfẹ́ ayó. What I simply just said is that, see, the fact that they laugh with you does not mean they won't laugh at you. As a matter of fact, majority of people find it worthy to laugh with you because they want to laugh at you. You must be watchful. That unsolicited compassion they give to you, that unsolicited healing, that publicity they give to you, when they become suddenly addicted to you, know that they are only addicted to how to destroy you. It is not everybody in your team that want to achieve the vision with you. So there is a need for constant evaluation and re-evaluation. It does not matter if they have money more than you do. It doesn't matter if they have wealth more than you do. It doesn't matter if they have more fame than you do. It doesn't matter if they have more people than you do, follower than you do, connection, influence, and affluence that you do. There are people who are like a grave. They will never be satisfied. And don't you think that because you are little, no one jealous you? Do not think that because you are poor, no one jealous you. There are wealthy people who are jealous of poor people because of the health and the peace that poor people are enjoying. So do not live with that oblivious mentality that no one is trying to hurt. Wọ́n lójú lálá kan fi ń ṣọ́rí kó o fojú ṣọ́rí kó o fi mú ṣọ́rí kó o fi gbogbo ara kó o fi ṣọ́rí torí pánsá ò fura pánsá jáná àjà tí ò fura àjà jìn onílé tí ò bá fura ó lè ní òkòlé rẹ̀ lọ paná ojú kan fi kan ríran. What I simply said is, if the ceiling is not careful, the ceiling will come down. If a landlord or house owner is not careful, thieves will come to become the new owner. You need to be careful and constantly take heed whenever you receive the instinct. Shiragun told his other servant, pick up this man called Yoresha. And they ask, is your best friend? He's even in charge of your Ori. If you are a Babalawo today, it does not mean that those who come to do consultation for you, with you, those whom you, because of, wake up in the middle of the night and have endless sleeps, endless night, will not still come and taunt you and come against you. You are not untouchable. African spirituality does not threaten people with touch not my anointed to do my prophet. The fact that you are even the Babalawo means you are the first contact for the aggression. They advise Yoresha, Shiregun, Yoresha is your ally. He always wants the best for you. And without him, you cannot even do your Ori Bibo. Shiregun said, to hell with him. Pick him up. I want you to put him inside a coffin. Lock the coffin up. Nail it up. Throw him into the sea. Into the sea? Kò sọ́gbọ́n tó lè dá. Kò síwà tó lè hù. Kò sì sọ́nà tó lè gbà tó lè fi tẹ́ ọmọ aráyé lọ́rùn. And there's no way you will walk and your head will not shake. Humankind wants you to walk without your head shaking. There are evil people in our world. Ifá Olókun Asọ̀rọ̀dayọ̀ ẹlẹ́rìí ìpín atórí ẹni tí ò tún wọ́n ṣe is complete in teaching us knowledge. For those who are looking for satisfaction in self, reflection within self, Ifá provide you the light. That you do good does not mean you will get good in return. You have to know that. That you are the best person does not mean they will give you what you deserve. But when all these things are happening, do not look to the God in the sky. Do not look to the devil in the earth. Look inward yourself. Every day hold your head and say like Yoresha, pé orí wo bí ire gbé mi dé, ẹsẹ̀ wo bí ire sìn mí yà. Ilẹ̀ tí mò ń rè yìí, ilẹ̀ ire ni kó jẹ́ fún mi. Kí n bá oníre pàdé. Kórí inú mi ó mọ́ ṣalátakò mi. Kórí inú ó má bàtòjẹ́ jẹ́ fún mi. When you wake up in the morning, you do that. Make it part of your daily devotion or supplication or even decree. Condition your Ori to navigate you through the orders of life. A lot of you are going through issues of life today because you are not constantly activating or engaging your Ori. People walk out of their house and walk into prison free of charge without being a criminal. People walk out of their house and walk into death free of charge without being the cause of it. There are people that have been used to balance the account of evil. Why? Because they are not in connection with their Ori. Yoruba people will ask you when you begin to misbehave, they will ask you that, ṣé orí ẹ pé ṣá? People think it's an abuse. If I ask you, pé ṣórí ẹ pé, if I ask you, is your Ori intact? I'm not saying, are you mad? I'm asking you, if you are truly in tune with your Ori, there are some things you will not do. Àmọ́ àwọn ìbéèrè òye, ìbéèrè tó jẹ́ kó tọpasẹ̀ wá síbi ọgbọ́n tá a béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara wa, a ti fi di èébú lónìí. How often do you keep in touch with your own Ori? Yoresha was picked up and locked up. He did nothing to deserve it. A lot of you that are going through issues of life today that you did not deserve, but you are being taunted all the same, being bullied all the same, being hurt all the same. Erosun is telling you, keep your calm. You are going somewhere. They threw him into the sea. Meanwhile, in the same time, the king of Benin Kingdom, the king of Benin Kingdom, in Yoruba land, we call Benin Kingdom Ile Binu, because of the anger. We call it the land of anger. The Benin Kingdom of today, we call it Ile Binu, the land of anger, because of their temperament, always ready for war, always ready, very aggressive. Ọba Ile Binu ti kú. The king of Bin in Ebinu land has died. And they make supplication and also divination. Who shall be our next king? This Ifa Irosun Reke is telling somebody today that while you think the universe is done with you, there is a preparation of glory for you somewhere. If you don't die now, you can step into it. Irosun Reke is saying, while you think all hope is lost, some people are setting up a crown and a throne for you to come into. If you do not die, you will still make it. Adìyẹ tí òkú ṣe lè jàgbàdo. Ọ̀ọ̀ṣì gbọ́dọ̀ parapọ̀ máwọn tí wọ́n pé kò lè dáa fún wọn bá ti máa sọ pé kò lè dáa fún ọ. Ọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ fẹnu yìí sọ̀rọ̀ òdì sórí kó o pé ayé rẹ bàjẹ́. Do not join hand with people who condemn you to condemn yourself. Do not give them approval. They may give it is an ordinary opinion. See, where you are right now, you think life is not rosy and all that. There is a fertile land somebody is preparing for you. Somewhere. If you don't die, you will get there. Wọ́n ní báwo kú ìṣe òtán. Báwo sì kú, á jẹran tó jẹrin lọ. Ìbá dára kọ́ dúró, kọ́ símẹ̀dọ̀, kọ́ ṣe sùúrù. It will be to your own benefit if you don't commit suicide now. It will be to your own benefit if you don't allow the depression depress you. That you don't give up on yourself today is a gift you are giving yourself to assess the greatness of the future. When they took Yoresha, put him in a coffin, dump him in the sea, he thought to himself that all is done for him. Inside the coffin, he started asking his Ori, Ori lóró òwúrọ̀ bí mo bá jí ni mò ń gbá ọmú ni mo sì ń fọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ láṣẹ. Every morning I wake up, I speak to you, Ori. They say, Ori làbábọ̀ àbá fò ṣálẹ̀ torígbà torí ń gbé ní ibo lòṣà wà. It is the head we must appease. Let us leave the idol. For when the head is helping, what are the idols looking at? Yoresha said, rántí Ori ojú eku méjì olúwéré ẹja méjì abìwẹ̀ tí mo fún ọ jẹ lójoojúmọ́. Remember my sacrifice. Remember my dedication, that I did not bow you head to any graven image, that I did not succumb to pressure of life to call the God of other people's ancestors. I did not. Allow me to stoop low to the point where I begin to look up to the sky for miracles. I stood by the creed of the ancestors. Why am I in the coffin and inside the sea? Only for him, when he was challenging his Ori, the divination came out for the people of the land of anger, that for them to enjoy peace of mind and for their land to be prosperous, they need to crown a stranger as king. That is a stranger that will become their king. If you are following this story and understanding the lessons that Eros Mereke is teaching us, can I get a yes? Go ahead and give it a like button. So the elders of the land of anger, Ile Ibinu, they sent out the guards to all the streams that led into that place. all the oceans, all the beaches. And all of a sudden, one of them saw a floating casket come, and they took it. They opened it. Yoresha was at the point of death. He could barely breathe. Erosion is saying, just about the time you are supposed to give up, Monomono Shishe Yano, just at that time when you have tried all your best, do not put so much pressure on your Ori. It will condition itself and it will be for your best time. Just when you think it's over, your Ori will start all over again. Are you following? If you do not stop doing good, one day something good will happen to you. Erosion is telling us. If you do not stop wishing others good, someday good wishes will be your portion. See, when you wish people good, what you vibrate and you send into the universe is the vibration of goodness. You can't vibrate in good frequency and receive messages in bad frequency. It doesn't happen that way. It may take time, but it will surely come. They took him out. They revived him. Informed the chiefs. The chief said, we need to make consultation again. So they called the diviner. And the diviner said, the stranger who will be the king is here now. Yoresha was crowned the king of the land of anger. And as the custom demand, other kings in neighboring village and town needed to come and pay obeisance to the king of Benin, because Benin was a great kingdom, very vast kingdom, filled with first-hand civilization. And they kept coming, bowing to the king of Benin land. It was a long procession, lasted for several days. Until it got to the town of Shiregu. They have suffered so much calamity that even the king was so lean. And on top of that, he needed to bow. He was bowing when he reconnected in his mind. This face looks familiar. Yoresha had recognized his old master, told him to stand up. Shiregun was so ashamed of himself. Ọ̀tá ilé ni, ọ̀tá òde ni. Ọ̀tá amọ́niṣeni ni, ọ̀tá àfàìmọ́niṣeni ni. Tó pé ìbàjẹ́ ò dé bá ọ, ìbàjẹ́ ò ní kúrò lágboolé wọn. Ẹnikẹ́ni tí bá ń jẹpo rẹ, tí ń jata rẹ, tí ń momi rẹ, tí ń wàṣọ rẹ, tó tiẹ̀ tí wá náwó rẹ rí, tó wá lọ lè sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ lẹ́yìn, tí wá ń wo bí ṣe ti tiẹ̀ níbi. Ilé ọ̀gẹ́rẹ́ afọkọ́yẹrí rèé o. Alápòrè. Kí ó mọ̀ bá ọ, kí bí ó mọ̀ bá wọn. Yeah, because the fact that you help them does not mean they will help you in return. But as many that you have invested in and helped that still want your downfall, and may they become the foundation of your own ladder. May they be utterly disgraced in the day of your glory. So Yoresha called his old master and said, come, don't be. if you had not treated me badly, if you had not thrown me into the lagoon, do you know I would not be king today? If you had not betrayed me, if you had not set me, if you had not created the false narratives about me, if you had not sponsored that propaganda, if they had not called you that scammer, if they had not gone ahead to say you are trying to start a cult or trying to start a religion, that you want to control people, if they had not gone to lie to others about you, those they lied to about you will not know you exist. Remember in the last addendum, we talked about thanksgiving and also forgiveness. I said, thank those who hurt you, for they showed you how to understand that you are a healer. You healed yourself. If they had not done what they did to you, do you think you'll be here? Yoresha told Shirekuns, if you had not pushed me to the brink of death, I would not find life. May all their plan and set up regarding you, may everything that they throw at you to pull you down, work in your favor to step you up. Yoresha said, now you understand why I always say, Ori wo bi ire gbe mi de o, ẹsẹ̀ wo bi ire sin mi yá o, ilẹ̀ mo dojúkọ ikó jẹ́lẹ̀ rè fún mi, ẹni rere ni kí n bá níbẹ̀, kórí inú mi ó má bàa tòde mi jẹ́, káyànmọ́ mi ó má bàa kádàrá jẹ́, ibi orí ń gbé mi lọ kẹsẹ̀ má ṣaláìsí mi débẹ̀. Ó wò rúwọ̀ tó bá ti jí. In the face of death, do not stop speaking the truth, even about yourself. This is where the teaching begins. The situation of life will want to push you to give a false narrative of yourself. The challenges of life will want to woo you into compromising standard and becoming less of who you truly are. Things will happen to you in life and you will be confused. You'll be confused rather. Am I still okay? Am I normal? This addendum is teaching you that remain truthful to yourself. If you are convinced that you are a successful person, even when you face failure, do not doubt who you are. Do not ever doubt who you are. People want you to answer the name they give to you. Life wants you to be conditioned in the way it will be easy for it to keep flowing. Your antagonists want you to be sad. That's why they throw arrows of words to you. It is in those moments you ask yourself, what do I deserve? Sadness or happiness? Joy or sorrow? Who really am I? Am I who they say I am? They call you a scammer. Are you a scammer? No, you are not. Live your truth. They call you prostitute. Are you a prostitute? You are not. So live your truth. The subtle art of not giving a hoot about people's opinions sometimes is a form of appeasing your Ori. Are you with me? That subtle art of not giving a damn about other people's opinion, especially when it is negative, is a form of appeasing your Ori. See, appeasement means to be at peace with your Ori. When a man is at peace with his Ori, even his enemy cannot get at him. When a man is at peace with who he is, with his Ori, Even his antagonist cannot penetrate into him. The science of Ori starts with conviction about who you are. Who you are determines what you wear, what you say, who you marry, who you will not marry, who you have sex with, who you will not have sex with, where you live, where to go, what to eat and not to eat, the way you react to things. Everything is binding on Ori. Every other thing called spirituality and religion is to detach you from your real essence, which is your Ori. Everything that has been taught you that put you to a state where you constantly wish for to be empowered from outside is a disconnection from your Ori. And those are things that render you vulnerable to very many things. You become susceptible to everyone's definition about you. Even if it is Isheshe, are you with me? Even if it is Isheshe, whenever you are given an idol to bow to, you have deassociated from your Ori. Are you following me? Even if it is African spirituality, once an idol, image, a concept that is outside of you has been given to you to bow to, you have instantly cut off from the supply of your Ori. It is an aberration in African spirituality for you to say, I worship Shango, I worship Ogun, I worship Obatala, and all the rest. For whatever your Ori cannot instigate, whatever your Ori cannot make done with, whatever your Ori cannot bring to fruition should remain unfruitful. The truth about yourself is that you are completely and wholly packaged. Your problem in life should be about manifestation, not about realization. Your problem in life is manifestation. The supply is within. And there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do. You can bring death about and you can bring life about. You can create human being and you can uncreate them. There is no mountain you cannot move if your Ori is set on moving it. Religion will constantly make you lean on something that is nothing to get things done. And at the end of the day, you realize nothing gets done. So, in the face of wanting to detach you from your source, which is Ori, constantly stand by the truth. The truth is a two-edged sword. The truth about who you are that you will not let go, and the truth that you speak to people that you are convinced about. It is those who understand the true concept of the truth that do not give a hoot about other people's opinion regarding their life, irrespective of what happened in life. If they are set on sources, they go for sources. So it is impossible for you to discourage people who live in the truth of who they are. Religion doesn't give you that. Religion will never give you the exact definition of you. Why? Because no one is in the position to define you to you. Once the definition comes from inside out, nothing and no one can take it from you when it comes to manifestation. Ori is what gives you that. What truth do you know about yourself? Is it the truth according to what I teach, or the truth according to what you realize? Stop selling yourself cheap. Stop selling yourself cheap to people. Those who do not worth your dialogue should not get a response from you. And once you begin to live life in order to validate the opinions of others, you can as well just take that life. Ori. Ori is the concept of sanity. You are absolutely insane if the opinion of others affect your mood and emotion. I say it again. You are absolutely insane. To be insane is to have been disconnected from your source, which is your Ori. You are absolutely an insane person if what I say from outside affect what you feel in the inside. Absolutely insane. Only the truthful people, those who understand the truth about themselves, can retain the same emotion irrespective of what they face and what faces them. Hmm? Are you following? Until you come to terms with the truth that you know about yourself, you will never have enough confidence to speak the truth to others or to authority. And the lack of truth in human society is the beginning of its ruin today. You can see where we are. You can see where we are. Know what is right to do and get it done. Do not say it is none of my business when people are killed in your environment for no just cause. Do not say they did not involve me when a child is being raped under your watch. Do not say, after all, I'm not being paid well when you discover an employee like yourself is stealing from your boss. This is not snitching. This is speaking the truth to authority. Now, it is impossible, absolutely impossible for you to be a true practitioner of African spirituality when you look away in the days of oppression. You can't look away. You can't block your ear. You can't mute your mouth when you see oppression and injustice. You have a duty to your Ori, the constant connectivity between who you are and your Ori, or what you experience and your Ori, is solely founded on the fact that you detest injustice and you do all you can to remove evil from the life that you live. It is important, absolutely important, that you participate when things are going wrong and find a solution to make it right. You can't sit back and watch and see people plunge themselves into ruin. Ọ̀rọ̀ balẹ̀ kan balẹ̀ kan jẹ́jẹ́ mi mọ jókòó. Because when the repercussion comes and land, it will affect the community chief. It will affect the head of the house. It will affect every member of the family. Are you with me? Equal participation in every progressive activity around you, your Ori demand from you. And truth in the face of injustice, irrespective of how high the authority is. That is the creed of our ancestors. They do not look away when they see evil. They did not keep quiet when they can bring about justice. They did not block their hearing from the cry of the poor. When it comes to peaceful coordination of protest to bring government and mafias into their news, the ancestors participated several revolutions from here and there. There is a certain kind of peace that you enjoy within you when you participate in speaking the truth. Don't say I'm just a guy that look. Don't say I'm just a lady that just watch. You need to participate. For in participation, would you get a reward? In participation, you get a reward. As long as it is the truth. You must constantly live a fearless life, a life that is not paying allegiance to anyone but to your Ori. It is forbidden and a doing against the progress of your Ori to tie your loyalty to someone. Do not allow a morsel of porridge, a loaf of bread, and a shilling, some coins, rob you of this particular right to exert the essence of your Ori. Wọ́n ní àìwo wárápá ká gbowó àìwo wèrè ká gbẹ̀jẹ́. Ifa speaks greatly against collection of bribery. Ifá sí ẹni gbàgbẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹrú ẹgbẹ́ ní ṣe ọjọ́ ogbóngbó lẹ́nu wọn ìkọ́rọ̀ mọ́. Adíá fún ojú ń tì mí tó gbà lọ́wọ́ Mary baálẹ̀ jóńtóló. Ìgbà ogun wọ̀lú wà ọ́ wá o, ó ní àgún gúnlá àgún tẹ̀tẹ̀. Àgbà lọ́wọ́ Mary is chronically a corrupt person. If I say, don't be like Àgbà lọ́wọ́ Mary, the one who collects from those who don't even have, not to mention those who have. So they knew his weakness and they gave him bribe. On the day they were going to come and bring war into his town, he could not speak a word. He has eaten, so his mouth is locked. Orin àgúngúnlá àgún tẹ̀tẹ̀ ní sọ. Ó ní bó ta kókó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ àgúngúnlá. Bí ò tiẹ̀ wà ní kókó rárá àgún tẹ̀tẹ̀. So do not look away when people are being unjustly treated. Do not look away from the way the economy of your nation is being run if it is not justly run. Do not look away from the way people treat others just because they are not up to their standard. Do not stand as a shield for those who have no defense. The repercussion is this. Apart from the fact that when you cannot explain yourself, somebody in that panel who do not know you will keep saying we need to find out the truth. We can't just make verdict like this. We need to find out the truth. Apart from the fact that somebody will be planted in high places to make good decisions that will affect your life progressively, even you will enjoy the peace in your society. Even you will enjoy the peace that is existing in your society. Speak the truth even if it gets you killed. Speak what? The truth, even if it gets you killed. Why? Truth don't make you alive. Truth kill you. The attribute of truth is death. So you need to come to terms with death if you want to align with your Ori. Ọkọ gbà fún gbàdá ńlé, ọ̀tún gbà fún gbàdá lóko, ó wá gbà pé ọjọ́ ikú bá dé ó dénú o. Ò wá ní máa fi ipá kọ́rọ̀ jọ. Ò ní máa wò pé tèmi kò jẹ́ tèmi tó kò jẹ́ tèmi. Truth. Truth pushes you and forces you to accept that death can come at any time. See, the moment they threaten you with death and it doesn't move you, know that you are in line with the truth. Because people will. They will threaten you with death. It seems like that's the best they can do. Be the one who speaks for the voiceless, who shield the defenseless, who robe those who are naked, who shelter those who are homeless, who takes their matter to the place of justice. But it is going to be impossible for you to get that done if you do not even stand by the truth of who you are. How convinced are you about the version of yourself of today? Ifa taught us that if there are words that we must speak from our mouth that does not align with the truth, we should make decree that will be rendered mute or muted for life. Ọ̀rúnmìlà, ọkùnrin kúkúrú òkè ìgbẹ̀tì, said to all Babalawo, be ready to point at your grave before you go back on your word. Babaláwo èlọ́lá, babaláwo èlówó, babaláwo ìkọ́rọ̀jọ, babaláwo ò gbọ́dọ̀ ń páyà, babaláwo ò sì gbọ́dọ̀ lọ́jọ́ kan tí ó pé òun ò fẹ́ kú. Iṣẹ́ ayé níṣẹ́ babaláwo, agbọ́mọlà ní babaláwo. Ẹrú wà sọ́dọ̀ rẹ, o gbọ́dọ̀ sọ ọ́ dọmọ. Ọmọ wà sọ́dọ̀ rẹ, o gbọ́dọ̀ sọ ọ́ dọba. Ẹni tí ò lọ́kọ ó wà, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí ipò lọ́kọ. Ẹni tí ò láya ó wà, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí pé ọkàn rẹ balẹ̀. Ẹni tí ò lówó wà, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí pé ó rí tajé ṣe. Ẹni ebi ń pò wà, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí wípé ó jẹun ó yó bámúbámú. Ẹni ò ní fọkànbalẹ̀ ó sì tọ́ wá, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí wípé ayọ̀ wọn kún, ọkàn wọn sì balẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ ayé ìníṣẹ́ babaláwo. And every one of you should be a babalawo. Are you with me? Every one of you watching me right now should be a babalawo. Live your life with the creed of the ancestors. That truth is the only light with which we see in our society. Ifa taught us the basic principle of living life, that when you speak the truth in the face of pressure, when you speak the truth in the face of injustice, you are not helping those whom the truth is setting free. You are helping your own Ori to charge up, to boost more. For to whom much is given, much is expected. When you are given the confidence to speak one truth, you are being placed in a position of saving many lives. Lóòótọ́ ni Ifá mú ẹbọ rírú, ètùtù ṣíṣe ń ló mú dání o. Lóòótọ́ ni ìṣẹ̀ṣe ń ló mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àyájọ́ àti ọ̀fọ̀ ń ló mú dání o. Lóòótọ́ ni ìṣẹ̀ṣe tá a bá lọ́wọ́ àwọn baba ńlá wa ń ló mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn nǹkan tira. But African spirituality, ìṣẹ̀ṣe tá à ń ṣe, is a revitalization of the real you and the freedom to be God. The freedom to be God. Ìwọ ọkọ, ǹjẹ́ nínú òótọ́ ló fi báyà rẹ̀ lò? Orí ò mọ̀ ṣalátakò gbogbo ọkọ pátápátá tí bá ń fi rán báyà rẹ̀ lò. You, husbands, are you relating with your wife in truth? Are you truly relating with that woman in truth? For it is not her energy against you, it is you against yourself. Ìwọ aya náà, ǹjẹ́ òótọ́ ló fi bá ọmọkùnrin ń lò? Are you relating with your husband in truth, you wives? Because those who relate with others in lies have actually pointed to their grave. Ifa says, a ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́mọ ọba fọ́ṣun. You women listening to me right now, is your husband the father of your children? Is he aware about it? Otishalataku ara ẹ. You have hurt yourself. You have disconnected with your own Ori. Is that man the father of those children? If you are doing that and you think Ori Chalada could be Ori Batode, Otiba Ori Nuge Otibato de Jepelu. And you, husband, how many other women are in your life outside? Do you have to die before we know you have some other families? Children, listen to me. Are you truly unrelated with your parent in all honesty? If I say, Egun obi lórí ọmọ kankani. But it is not the curse of parent on you that will disturb you. It is the curse you have put on yourself. This business partnership that you are doing with yourselves. You may betray your friend today and make so much money, but your life will end up in misery. You can dupe that woman. You can siphon his money. You can do all the nitty-gritty you know in the world and amass wealth. It does not cost devourer one day to bring you down flat. Wọ́n lẹ́ni ń ṣeré kó mọ́ ṣe, ẹni ń ṣèkà kó múra sí ọjọ́ kan, eré akóníre, ìkà kẹni ń ṣìkà. If you have taken profession in doing evil, don't stop. If you otherwise have taken profession in doing what is good, please don't stop. See, one day, reckoning will come. Something will visit you. It is called reckoning. When the day of reckoning comes, no one can take that day away from reckoning. Somebody said, I think now that we are practicing the Sheshe, we can do all those bad things that we could not do before. This is African spirituality does not give allowance for evil doing. I know a lot of you left Christianity and Islam because they were curbing you. They were threatening you with heaven and hell. They were threatening you with Jesus and end rapture. They were threatening you with end of days and throne of judgment. Those are lies. If you want to be evil, be evil. Let's be watching you. If I will reap the reward of your labor, or you will reap it, we will see. African spirituality is about absolute freedom. Do what you want to do. There are consequences for every action and inaction. You are not doing me. You are doing yourself. For whatever a man do is done against his Ori or for his Ori. Bó o bá fẹ́ wá gbégbèsè kan, ipò tó yẹ kó wá fira rẹ sí ni wípé, ǹjẹ́ orí mi nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ohun tí mo fẹ́ ṣe yìí? You want to take a step. You will now get to a position where you ask, is my head in alignment? Is my Ori in alignment to these things? I'm about to lie to this woman. Will my Ori accept this? I'm about to steal from my boss. Is it in alignment with my Ori? I'm about to travel from one place to the other and go and stay there. Is it in alignment? When the question you first ask is to ask your Ori, see, you will get everything wrong, right? It's not me you are doing. Àpọ́nlé ni mọ́là, Hausa ò mọ̀ já Hausa. àpọ́nlé ni pé má ṣe bí, má ṣe kà, ìkà ń bọ̀ fóníkà. Àpọ́nlé ni ìwọ ṣe bí lọ. Má ṣe bí. Do as you like. Do evil. Kill people. Make people miserable. Steal from them. It is the teaching of Ori that also taught us that Ori eléru léru ń tọ̀ o. Ori elépè ilé pé ń lọ. Òkò tá a bá sọ mọ́ pé ń lọ pé ń sọ bá ni. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá sọ jáde ń lórí wa ń gbà. When you fling ashes into the atmosphere, it follows you back. When you rain curse into the atmosphere, it comes back to you. When you throw stone to a palm tree, it bounces back to you. When you wish other people evil, evil comes to you. Because every action and every inaction is a vibration. And the frequency through which you relay the vibration into the atmosphere is the same line and pattern which the universe will send back signal to you. So we are trying to massage your ego when we say don't do evil. You do evil. Ibi ori eléru léru ń wọ́tọ̀, orí elépèlépè ń padà sí òkúta bá sọmọ́ pẹ́ ńlọ pẹ́ ń sọ bá ní ẹni bá nà ká kan sọmọ làkejì mẹ́rin tó kù á jẹ́ tolúwa rẹ̀. Abẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ ń ìlọ ti fi yé wa wípé àlè bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bàbá wò lára ọmọ. A ò lè bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bàbá wò lára ọmọ. Àwọn alálẹ̀ ò fi yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀. We cannot take out the offense of the father from the children. Religion will make you believe that you are suffering from the sin of your ancestor. First of all, there is no sin here. When I say there is no sin here, I did not say there are no repercussions to your actions. Because a lot of people want to hear there is no. A lè bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bàbá wò lára ọmọ nítorí ìka tó bá ṣẹ̀ ńlá bẹ́ńgé. Ìka tó bá ṣẹ̀ ìní abẹ́ńgé. Ẹni bá rọ́bà fín lọ bá ń ṣe kí ni lọ bá ń pa. Ìlà fi ń pé mo dúró kọ́ba nígbà ẹgbẹ́je mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́ba nígbà ẹgbẹ́fà nítorí ẹni bá rọ́bà fín lọ bá ń pa ọba má pa mí o. Are you with me? These things are inside the creed of our ancestors. So you can't do evil and say you want to cover your shame with death. Padà bá ń bẹ̀. So we say bó bá tún dáyé àtúnwá, ó padà táyé rẹ̀ wá, ó sì báyà rẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. When you do what is bad, it's like having two rooms. One is yours, one belongs to your children. You decided not to lay your bed. And because you don't want to lay your bed, you now go out. Knowing fully well that you are coming back. Do you know that when you come back, if your children did not lay their bed, they will sleep on an unlaid bed. If they had laid their bed, they will sleep on a laid bed. If you did not go to lay your bed, you will sleep on it like that. So don't say, my children will suffer for what I've done. No, there is no sacrificial lamb in African spirituality. You will see the number of events that you give, that you create in life, the kind of episode, that determines the kind of episode of life you. Are you with me? So when you want to act, don't ask God in the sky or one Holy Spirit that is not holy, that should I not. Ask yourself, is this aligning with my own? Ìbáṣepẹ́ mi ni ìwọ ni èmi ó béèrè kí n tó fẹ́ aya, ṣé ẹni tí ó bá mi kalẹ̀ rí? Ìbátúṣepẹ́ mi ni ìwọ ni wọ́n béèrè kí n tó dáwọ́lé okòwò kankan, ṣé yóò pè mí kí n má ṣàṣedànù, kí n má ṣerú ẹgbẹ́? ìbáṣe pé mi nìwọ ni wọ́n béèrè kí n tó lọ lè gba ìwé ìrìnnà láti lọ láti orílẹ̀-èdè kan sí kejì, torí kìí ṣe gbogbo ẹni lọ ìlú èbó ní ń gbé. If I were you, I would ask my Ori, this woman I want to marry, will she stay with me through thick and thin? Will her energy complement mine? This business I want to venture into, will I not suffer loss? This country I want to relocate to, will I not just go there and come back empty-handed? If I were you, I would ask. It is me I would ask. Torí òwò tẹnìkan ṣe tó ṣe láṣẹ jẹun, òun lẹnìkan ṣe ló ṣe láṣẹ tì. Ori. For everything start and end with you. And life begin to manifest truly for those who have come to term with death. Have you come to term with death? Have you come to term with death? It is the understanding, or let me say, it is the consciousness of death that make you live every day as if it is your last. So when you know this is your last day, you do your best. If you know that today is your last day, I'm sure you will do your best. So my question is, are you doing your best? Assuming today is your last day. For those who have come to term with death, do not hope for miracles. What they do becomes miraculous. Are you with me? People who have come to term with death do not hope for a miracle. They do miraculous things. They do miraculous things. Let the motivation of I will die someday make you pursue that dream with reckless abandonment. When you stand before the authority, speak the truth to them as if you have lost your life already. When you have the chance to clothe those who are naked, clothe them as if you have no need for more clothes. When you are put in charge of a business, a team, a project, a vision, pursue it to the best of your ability, that as if you will never get the chance to be successful again. Do everything as if this is your last. Somebody say, you get so passionate when you do teaching. I said, I do every teaching as if this is my last. What if you don't hear from me again, ever? And I have the opportunity to speak to you today. So I speak as if this is all I will ever say. Leave some great marks behind. You see, those who plunge themselves into dreams and vision, into things that is committed into their hand with reckless abandon, you see, those people get the unlimited access to every resources their Ori can give. They get unlimited access to every resource, everything called resources that their Ori can give. Let your life be like a valve. Expand when the pressure is high. Contract when the pressure is low. Flow with the rhythm and be ready to live your best capacity on everything you lay your hands on. Are you with me? It's all within your Ori for you to be the best in your chosen profession. It is within the reach of your Ori for you to be the irreplaceable. On one image, it says, invention becomes the mother of necessity. On one image. So invention becomes the mother of necessity. That those who speak should speak with such oration that no one else can get the truth except from the way you speak it. And those who tend to life should tend to life in such a way that no other touch can bring healing the way you do. That people who sing should sing as if there is no other use for their lungs except to sing this just once. One song is all you need to sing for the rest of your life. One song is all you need to sing. You sing it with all your might. You sing it with all your heart. You sing it with every atom of energy within you. And with that one song, you are never forgotten or dead. They call it evergreen, isn't that? They call it evergreen. You plunge yourself into that one thing to the point where no one else can get it done the way you could get it. One speech is all you need to see. One cloth is what you need to sew. One life, just one life is all that you need to touch. You touch a life in such a way that the person can feel God touch them because you are God. And when you do it with the whole of your heart today, when tomorrow comes, if tomorrow comes, you start from the beginning. One life again, one song again, one paper again, one book again, one speech again, just one with the rest. And when you approach life using that method, you have access to the unlimited resources that you already have to offer. Do not be in the category of those who remain and perpetually stay in the state of deceit, who thinks that when they make sacrifice and they kill animal, their miracle will happen. If the time you use in killing animal are used to watch how animal live, maybe you have intelligence like them. But you don't understand the truth of who you are. When you have the chance, you don't speak truth to the authority. You have not come to terms with death. You are living, but you are dead. Remember, this is an addendum. The main teaching has been done. We've touched on the science of Ori. The science of Ori. This is like our 6th week on the subject of Ori. For your beginning and your ending is here. Your low and your high is here. Your length and your breadth. It is not with the God that is in the sky or one imaginary Satan that is beneath the earth. To be successful, it's not even in the idols that you bow to. It is not even a calling of your ancestors. For this is what your ancestors knew that made them relevant after hundreds of thousands of years when they are dead. The question to you is, how many years of relevance are you working for right now? Would you rather learn what the ancestor knew and do it even better? Or would you rather worship the ancestors? Would you rather lift up your eyes to the hill and expect your help to come and call Yahweh the God of the Jew, Jesus the God of the Pauline, Allah the God of the Mohammedan? Or would you call your Ori and say, Ori wo bi re gbe mi de, ese wo bi re sin mi ya? Ibi Ori ń lọ kẹsẹ̀ má ṣaláì sin mi débẹ̀. Kórí inú mi má ba tòde èmi jẹ́. Kiri ayé kó tẹ̀ mí lọ́wọ́. Nípé èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá lónìí. Mo dolúpẹrí, mo padà, mo dọmọ tuntun láàrin ẹgbẹ́, láàrin ọgbà. Pé wájú tí mò ń lọ yìí, ilẹ̀ ire ni kó jẹ́ fún mi kí n bá ẹni ire pàdé ńbẹ̀. Torí àbùdí ni tolókun, àbùdí báyìí ni tọlọ́sà. Gbogbo ibi tí mo bá ti ń rí ajé ṣe kó dàbùdí lónìí, káyé ó yẹ mí, kọ́lá ó yẹ mí, kí n lówó, kí n lọ́lá, kí n lẹ́mìí gígùn, kí n lálàáfíà, kórì mi ó sọre, kórì inú ó mọ́ bà tòde jẹ́ fún mi. Àbọ̀rúbọyè o, àbọ̀yè ìbọ̀ ṣíṣẹ́. Now is the time for you to ask your question. If you have question, 1 or 2 questions, we'll just take the questions and then we'll move on from there. It's time for a question. Put down your questions and let's begin to answer questions and then wrap it up from there. If there are no questions, we'll just go ahead and wrap it up there. I want to believe that that will be all about the subject of Ori for this season. And we are hoping that we'll be able to open new subject matter and go in details with all of them. If there are no questions, then I guess we may as well just call it a day. Let me make this announcement. You can do well to join our Telegram channel, Telegram, African Spirituality Hub, on Telegram. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, we hold extensive teaching, and we call it Shrine Session on Telegram every Sunday. And also, every Thursday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, for the sake of those who live abroad and for the sake of daylight saving, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, we hold this kind of teaching. Once every month, we have our question and answer session where you are free to ask me questions or send them to my email, and we all collectively as Orishas, we answer them. Do well to go to Telegram right now and be part of our Telegram shrine. There's a lot to learn there. These are my social media handle. The Telegram is there for those who are looking for consultation, at Baba Yooba on Telegram. On my Facebook is the same, at Baba Yooba. If you get to IG, you say at Baba_Yooba. We have Clubhouse also, which is Baba Yooba. I think I always forget to put my TikTok. People say, come to TikTok. Okay, we are on TikTok. At Baba Yooba also on TikTok. You can go to TikTok and be a subscriber. There's a lot of series that we're doing day in, day out these days, and making sure that our people get the best knowledge of Ifa and the African spirituality. You can do well to also visit my website, babayoruba.org. There are a lot of resources for you to get there. And from there, you can click the consultation link and book your consultation online. You'll be given date. You'll be given date of consultation and then how to pay for it. Thank you very much. And I think I was able to answer all of your questions today. Shemilore is saying, can I speak English to my Ori? Why not? English is just a language. So far, you know what you're saying. You get my point? So far, you know what you're saying. Offer the right words. Even if you understand Japanese, and even if you understand Arabic, right? You can speak any language to your Ori. As a matter of fact, the reason why I deliver my teaching in English is so that we can also beat the invaders to it because of the damage they have done to our collective unity. Our collective unity in terms of the language you speak. We are looking for volunteers and sponsors to help to interpret, or is this subtitle, all of our messages in French also, so we can reach African countries or African people who are Francophone. We've been reaching the Anglophone. We want to be able to reach the Francophone also, who are Africans. They need to understand the creed of their ancestors, and language should not be a barrier. Language should not be a barrier. Okay, Baba, can you do a teaching on Atari? Atari, you mean alligator pepper? Alligator pepper, if that's what you mean by this word, yes, we can do a teaching on Atari. And that is if we don't release a Conti short video regarding that during the week. Yeah, Atari, yeah, thank you. We hope to release a video regarding bitter leaf during the week, what you can use it for, the spiritual significance, and also several other ailments, because we are now trying to bring herbalism into what we are teaching. While we handle spirituality on one side, even though that's my area of specialty, we are also bringing in herbalism into the old teaching so that we can know the right kind of plant and leaf to pick to be able to do what we need to do. I guess we'll be inculcating that also into the broadcast. At the end of each broadcast, I will be giving you one herbal secret, the kind of incantation to use in activating the leaf or the plant or the root, the kind of odu to insert on it, how to use it, and their health benefit and spiritual consequences also. Thank you very much. All right, so that's going to be the end of today's program. Thank you. Don't forget to give it a thumb up on your YouTube, and if you are a new listener, press your like button, press the subscribe button. If you are joining us on Facebook or other platform, do well also to share with your friends and family. Aboruboyo, aboyo bosise, ogbuato, asure iwo fun, ajuse fun yin o, ayeyin kale o, e ò ní ṣoore ṣe o, ẹ ò ní ṣoore ṣá. Àwọn afúnni máṣèrègún lẹ́ẹ̀ máa bá dòwò pọ̀. Àwọn afúnni máwùlẹ̀ ni ó mọ fáyín dòwò pọ̀. Ẹ ò ní bálágbé dá dòwò pọ̀ o. Ẹ ò ní bálákòóbá, ẹ ò ní bá wọn wọkọ̀ pọ̀ o. Ẹni ilẹ̀ ó jẹ ò ní jẹ yín o. Ẹni tí ẹ ti jóná kò ní kóná ọmọ tìyàn o. Ayé ayẹyìn kalẹ̀. Lọ́lá àwọn pàkí àlàkí arógbó aṣọ má balẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ yín ò ní di nǹkan tílẹ̀ ń fi mu báyìí báyìí o. Àṣẹ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ògbó àtọ́ o. Ire o.